Hello, first graders! Thanks for coming on for another video. Today we're going to read a classic fairy tale called Jack and the Beanstalk. You may have heard other versions of this story before, but I want you to really think about the details you notice about this version. And then in the next video, we're going to read a whole different point of view. So let's get started. Jack and the Beanstalk, retold by Dr. Alvin Granowski. Once upon a time, a young boy named Jack lived with his mother in a small house in the country. The family had very little money. All they had to keep from going hungry was a garden and a cow. One day, though, the garden was empty and the cow had no milk. "Take the cow to market and sell her," said Jack's mother. "We will use the money to buy food." Jack set off down the lane. He hadn't gone far when he came upon a stranger. "I'm going to market to sell our cow," Jack said proudly. "I can give you more than you'll get at market," the man said. "I'll give you some magic beans for that cow." Jack thought that sounded like a very good deal. He traded the cow for the beans. When Jack got home, his mother was not happy about what he had done. "How could you trade our cow for these beans?" she asked. Surely we will starve." With that, she threw the beans out the window. Since Jack brought home no money to buy food, both he and his mother went to bed without supper. The next morning, Jack saw a tall shadow by the window. He peeked outside. A huge beanstalk stood where his mother had thrown the beans. The beanstalk was so tall, it went up into the clouds. "Those are magic beans!" Jack cried. "No wonder there is a huge beanstalk." Jack wanted to see where the beanstalk went, so he climbed up and up. At the very top, he came to a road that led to a great stone castle. Jack didn't know that a mean giant lived there. He knocked at the door. A huge woman answered it, and Jack asked for something to eat. The woman was kind. She gave Jack some food. "You must be careful," she warned. "My husband is a giant. If he finds you, he will gobble you up. You must hurry and eat before he comes home." Just as Jack was about to finish his last crumb of bread, he felt the ground shake. "Quickly, hide in the oven," said the woman. Jack hopped into the oven. The terrible giant stomped into the room and roared, "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread." Oh, goodness. I bet Jack is feeling pretty afraid right now. "It's just your breakfast you smell," said the woman. She brought the giant steaming hot bowls of food. He gulped them down. "Bring me my gold," the giant roared. So the woman brought 2 sacks of gold. Jack's eyes grew wide as the giant counted the coins. "What that gold could buy for Mother and me," he thought. Soon the giant's head was on the table. Loud snores shook the room. Jack saw his chance. He jumped from the oven and grabbed the gold. Jack ran down the beanstalk. Down he climbed. When he showed his mother the gold, she was very happy. For a while, Jack and his mother lived well. But the day came when they had just a few coins left. Jack climbed the beanstalk again. Once more, he knocked at the door and asked the woman for something to eat. Jack was just finishing his tea when the ground began to shake. He leaped into the oven to hide. The terrible giant stomped into the room and roared, "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread." "What you smell is your dinner," said the woman. The giant sat down, and his wife brought huge plates of food. When the giant gobbled up his meal, he yelled, "Bring me my hen!" "Lay!" the giant roared to the hen. The hen laid an egg of gold. The giant shouted again, "Lay!" The hen laid another golden egg. Jack watched with wonder. "What that gold could buy for Mother and me," Jack thought. Soon the giant's head was on the table. Loud snores shook the room. Jack jumped from the oven and grabbed the hen and ran down to the beanstalk, and down he climbed. When he showed his mother the hen that laid golden eggs, she was very happy. So for a while Jack and his mother lived well from the hen's golden eggs. But the day came when Jack wanted more. He climbed the beanstalk again. This time he slipped into the castle without anyone seeing him. He popped into the oven to wait. Soon the ground began to shake. The terrible giant stomped into the room and roared, "Fee, fi, fo, fum! I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread." The giant's wife brought him boiling pots of food. He said no more about the Englishman. Soon he yelled for his golden harp. "Play!" the giant roared. Lovely music filled the room. "I'd love to have that harp," Jack thought. So when the giant's snores shook the room, Jack leaped from the oven and grabbed it. As Jack raced to the beanstalk, the harp cried out, "Help, master!" The giant woke up with a roar and chased them. Jack was so scared he nearly flew down the beanstalk. He screamed to his mother to get an axe. Jack quickly chopped away at the beanstalk. With a thud, the giant fell to the earth, crashing hard upon his head. Jack and his mother, though, lived happily ever after, with the gold, the hen, and the harp. Before you go and listen to the second version of this story, I want you to think to yourself, what happened in this version? What happened first, next, a little later, and last? See if you can retell the really important details. That will help in our writing later. Thanks for joining me, friends.